Now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
Okay, I've got one for you today, my friends. Have you ever been called into the CEO's office? The dreaded, you get the call on your phone, or you get an instant message that says you need to come to the CEO's office right now, and all of a sudden your blood pressure goes up. You're getting a little tense under the collar there. And, you know, it's interesting because when that happens, you start to think, why am I being called in the office? And you're hoping it's something good, but 9 times out of 10, our thoughts go, this probably isn't going to be something good, right? Well, I want to share a story with you today that we need to stop and think, because 90% of all management problems are caused by miscommunication. Think about that. 90% of all management problems are caused by miscommunication. And this happens all the time, and you think there's good intentions, and you think people are really wanting to help people, and then they get caught up in their emotions, and they don't stop to think, what are you doing, and why are you doing it, and how are you presenting this? This is so important in communication that we stop and we think about what is it we're trying to achieve? What is the result? You know, it's amazing. I work with so many companies, and we work on a business plan, and we work on a vision and a mission and values and where we want this organization to go and where we want to end up. And I work with so many individuals on, you know, talking about their vacation and planning their vacation, putting a year in advance, where they want to go, have a vision of where they want to go. But you know what? You could do the same thing for a communication, for a talk, when you're going to talk to somebody. If you're a manager and you're in a management position, you're going to talk to another person. Where do you want to land that plane? Where's this thing going to be done when you're done with this communication? You got to have an end in mind. Otherwise, you're going to end up with some repercussions you did not want, my friend. So make no assumptions. So there I was. I remember that I was in the IT industry, and I was called into the CEO's office, and I get there, and the whole executive team is in the CEO's office. I said, this can't be good, right? And they're like, Phil, what the heck is going on with your account? And I had a customer who had called our service manager to complain that their network had been down for a week at their location. And as they're asking me what's going on with your customer, I did not know that my customers, and this is when I was in the IT industry, that their systems had been down for a week. Nobody had contacted me, and I was not aware of it. And they felt that I should have been aware of it, and I should have been contacted, and I should have known this. Well, this customer happened to be a school district, and the principal was calling our service manager to complain that the network was down. And in that complaint, he had shared with our service manager that the network had been down for a week, and how could we allow this to happen? So I did not have the answer to that, because as I shared with you, I was not in the loop. But our executive team, the CEO of the company, was really upset with me because I didn't know about this call before it happened. So immediately I said to the team, I said, let me dig in this. Let me figure out what's going on. Let me get the answers for it. Let me get this resolved. And in that moment, they were so emotionally upset that they got this phone call that they didn't hear what I said. They didn't let me share with them what specifically I was going to do, a strategy for taking care of this issue, getting to the bottom, solving the issue, and getting things to where they need to be. Instead, they were so emotionally upset at the situation, they just wanted to yell at me and tell me, why didn't you know this? And I'm thinking to myself, you know what, we could sit here all day in my mind. I'm not saying this out loud. Don't say this to the executive team, right? But you're thinking in your head, I'm sitting here, you guys are wasting time by just ripping me a new one because I didn't get a phone call and I don't know. And I could be going to get the answer right now, but you're holding me up to basically persecute me. And this is a waste of all of our time, not solving the problem. But in that situation, if you've ever been in that meeting before, they don't realize what they're doing. They are wasting time. They're emotionally overreacting to a situation that they don't understand how it happened or where it needs to be resolved or what the problem is to be resolved. And that's what we need to go to exactly next. So there I was. I said, let me go figure this out. And of course, they yelled a few more things at me about it. And I took off. I got back on the phone and I called up the superintendent of the school district. And I said, we just got a call from your principal who shared with our service manager that your network has been down for a week. My apologies. I was not aware of this, and I want to get to the bottom of it because we want to get your network up and running immediately. As a matter of fact, we're sending a service tech down there right now to take a look at it. And he goes, interestingly enough, Phil, I didn't know it was down for a week either. Nobody contacted me, and I'm the superintendent. And I said, really? He said, yeah. So you and I both didn't know, Phil. So, but we're going to figure this out. Well, he went and made a phone call, and then he called me back and said apparently the tech director had gone in there and did a forklift upgrade on the operating system without telling anybody the weekend before, and that's why the network was down. Wow. He said, Phil, what can we do to fix this? My apologies, you had to go through what you went through. So to all you managers out there and all you people in management, get your facts, get your ducks in a row, make sure you know where you want the conversation to end, and if you do that, you're not going to have egg on your face. You're going to keep your credibility, keep your respect. No assumptions, my friends. Let's be respectful to one another in communication. Now go make it happen.